Grandma Williams was awesome. She was the most kind, loving, everything that you would think about a grandma. It was my grandma.
Alright, so. Okay, Mother.
Okay,
Where do we look?
just look at us. What ways do you think I'm like you?
Wow, I don't know. I think you're your own thing, huh? Your own self.
How old are you,
I
Grandma?
think
92 in a few days.
92.
I think I
Go ahead.
things that I know that I'm like you
Okay.
is I stress out about things.
That is me, so thank goodness.
but I do. I worry about things unnecessarily. Not like you. There's a lot of things that we're not alike on. I think I'm a lot more outgoing than you are.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been, what did you call me, Chatty Cathy when I was a little kid?
Right.
Did you? Chatty Cathy?
That was her name.
Because I would talk to anybody.
It's true, you still do.
I know I do.
Anytime you go to the store or anything, you still do.
No.
Talk to anybody walking by or about anything.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I'm glad you do.
Do you have a lost love? Yes. Dad?
Yes.
A lost love.
Yeah.
Be gone, huh?
Yeah. I would be Dad.
Yeah. 25 years.
But how many were you married?
Only 50? No.
40?
I was married in 53.
And he died in 99?
99.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a bit...
Okay, here's a different one. Which new technology have you found most helpful in your life? None.
Just you.
I'm not new technology. Okay, which do you find to be the most annoying?
What, technology?
Yeah. All of it?
Spam calls.
Well, scam calls, I should say. Oh, they are so hard. Yeah, they're...
Is there anything that you have always wanted to tell me but never have?
Pretty well open.
We talk about everything.
So many things.
We do. I'm so...
And kind of helps one or the other of us more.
Yeah. If I'm having... And I'm gonna cry. You're my best friend. And I'm so glad I have you.
I'm so
Sorry.
grateful for you.
We do, deep. I'm sorry. We talk about everything, and if something's bothering me, I can always go to my mom. And I'm so grateful for that. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so...
Okay,
I hate crying.
Okay.
Is there anything you regret not having asked your parents? Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I asked them enough about themselves, or especially my mother. She was quiet, I guess. I remember sitting around the kitchen table in the evening sometimes, and Dad telling about things he'd done when he was on the mountains with his dad as a forest ranger.
Yeah.
He'd tell these different things. And I learned a lot more, I think, about Dad than his mother was quiet. Well, she had a little bit of a hard life, being adopted, and then her and her mom having to go it alone, do things for themselves.
Your mom was adopted?
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't know that.
Her mother died. She was only 3 or 4 years old, and she had a younger sister that was just 1 or 2, 1. I don't know, because they lived here in Salt Lake, and so I don't know much about that part. But and Grandpa Pacer couldn't take care. There was 5 or 6 girls, and she's got several sisters she had, and he couldn't take care of all of them. So I don't know how come they ended up down in Farron to kind of start with. There must have been relatives there that took them, and then they kind of divided the girls out amongst people down in Emery County. Like Mom lived in Emery, and her sister lived in Farron, and another one lived in Castledale, and one up in by Price. But they all eventually still kind of kept together, or got together once in a while as they got older. Of course, grown really. They didn't, because the transportation, you just wasn't any down there much.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you wish anything had been different between you and I? Or is there something you'd still like to change?
Me and you?
Mm-hmm.
I think it gets better every year.
We've had our moments, but we've worked them out, and no, I don't want to get out. I hate getting all mushy.
I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't know what.
I do it for both of us.
That's because I used to be a crier.
There's, we've had some difficult years, but yeah, the last few years, I think, been really beautiful.
Good. Well, I think it's because of your boys too.
Yeah,
they come out a lot, or that we see them, and they do things for us all the time. Thank you.
Yeah,
They
I'm very proud of my boys.
I am too. They're
really good men. Yeah, DJ's on, but we've had struggles, but everybody has really turned out to be okay. What was the happiest moment of your life?
I had 6 of them, or the children, the babies being born, and healthy and well as they have been. Really grateful for that.
How about when you got married?
Well, that was a happy day too, yeah. Really.
Where did that take place?
In the Salt Lake Temple.
Oh, it did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about when you met Dad?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Let's see that. I had come to Salt Lake to go to the Salt Lake Community College, and I lived with a family. They found families for us to live with, and so let's see, how did I? And I trying to think how I come. LaRue, my cousin,
Didn't she know?
She was going to there too. And so we tried to find a place to live at that time. you just go to the school, and they would find places for you to live with people,
Families.
with families.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Veru and I, of course, knew each other and wanted to get together, live together. And so they found this place.
Was LaRue a friend of yours?
Oh, she was my cousin.
Oh, your cousin.
She was my Aunt Minnie's. It was a sister of my mother, the two of them. And we both knew each other through school because we went to school together. She lived in Farron and I lived in Emory, but I just had to ride the bus over to Farron. And you're helping me think of things, but I can't think of them in order, maybe.
That's okay.
But,
Did Grandpa go to that school? Salt Lake Community College?
no.
No.
This was just
I think it was wasn't it the university? Didn't you go to the university? Or was it the community college?
just the college right by the temple. It was in Salt Lake. The college was in Salt Lake.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
there still is. LDS Business College is what it was called.
Yeah.
Come to think about it,
Yeah.
And it was right there by Hotel Utah.
But how did you meet Dad?
Well, this goes along with meeting these girls.
Oh.
Then one other girl, I guess, needed a place to stay, as we talked about, because they had us come in to the school and talk about where we need to live. I think Dad and Mother came up and went over to the school with me, and there was these other people or girls that needed a place to live too. So they kind of divided it or found us places to live. And then we all congregated at school, and that's where we met at school. And it happened that Betty was from Heber City. And Dad at that time had gone into the military. And then after he did the basic training.
Was this before you met him or anything?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He when it had gone into training, and Betty knew him because he was from Heber City too, and so they were neighbors and like that, and so they knew them. And he went to basic, and as he got out of that, they all of a sudden said, you can't go on to the rest of the Army part because you've got a heart murmur. And he didn't even know he had a heart murmur. And they wouldn't take him in, they wouldn't let him go. So
Thank heavens.
Say goodbye to him. And so he came home, and of course, you go to who you know at home. Betty's family and Betty's brother and Don were real good friends. And so they came down, I think, just to see what Betty's friends looked like.
Yeah.
So when he came home from the service, Betty and her friends, several, lived. We lived up at, I can't remember
Up in the avenues.
In the avenues, that's right. Avenues, and they lived just up the hill from us. There's a hill that we had to go up, but we lived right close by town, by the city, or right in it, just in the Grove. And Memory Grove, we lived right next to Memory Grove.
Wow.
And,
I used to run in Memory Grove.
Isn't that the one that's up around the Capitol?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, we walked to school, and that's where we met Betty. And so when he came home, he and a couple of his friends came down to see Betty. And I guess his sister, Colleen, was living with Betty, and there was several girls from Heber that got together and came down, and some of them went to college and some went other places to work. And so he came down to meet us. And so, yeah.
Do you remember where you went on your first date with him?
No, I didn't. Oh boy, I must have forgotten a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have gone bowling.
What are you most proud of?
Well, I think my family.
You have a good
I
family.
have a good family. I really do.
All of the kids love you.
Well, and I think they're getting to love each other once in a while too. You know, other times. But
What are the most important lessons that you've learned in life?
well, you have to be careful how you speak to other people, or how you don't want to offend them a lot of the time, but they need to maybe be,
Speak kindly.
you know, I guess how we treat other people, and money, how to make your money stretch far, because we didn't have a lot. We were lucky. Dad had a job that paid. When I say Dad, I meant Don. Your dad had a job that paid better than a lot of jobs around. That was because of the union. The union really, put together at that time, had a really
Strong influence. The Carpenters Union.
Big one.
Yeah.
And so he got a job there.
Yeah.
So we had a little more, but we still had to learn to stretch our money, because at that time coming where a lot of the women were having to go to work. The church didn't want us to, and Don said, I'll take 2 jobs before you go to work, before you want you to go to work. So I didn't go to work until Luann, our youngest one, was in high school, I think.
Yeah.
Before you had to go to work?
I didn't have to.
You just wanted to, or?
It just came at the time when neighbor over here, a friend, Rosalie, was working, and they needed people to come in. The bank did, the Key Bank, where she worked, come in once a month, where they put together all their banking stuff anyway. And we had to sort out and send letters to everybody that had a banking account.
So like statements and things.
And they just needed a few days once a month. And so she tried to get me, or she says, come on, why don't you come and just go to work with me? So I applied and
what did Grandpa think of that?
That was fine with him, because he was working, he was still working. And
Luann was the youngest, right? Or no?
I guess
Yes.
She was in high school, so everybody
I
else
don't think
was
there was, I don't think she was even, she was still in high school, and it was only.
Did they all live here? All 6 kids?
Yep.
Here? Oh my gosh.
3
in each bedroom?
3. Jolene, Wayne was in the
They
store.
built that little room, our storeroom on.
Wayne stayed in there?
Built the storeroom.
That's tiny.
And
We didn't have
Jolene
shelves or
and Kay
anything,
and
so-
Lori were in there, and me and Luann were in there.
Oh, I'm glad you remember that. I can't.
I do.
So did Grandpa build the storage room then?
Yes, he built it onto the house.
Well, he
Same
also.
time the carport?
He built, well, it's off the carport, so it's.
So did he build at the
Oh,
same
yes.
time?
He
Yeah.
built.
Okay.
Did he build this?
His company built these
The house.
houses.
Well, he helped build. I don't think he helped build this one, because he was up at their warehouse. They built got all the lumber together for a house, and then brought it down. A truck did or something, you know. And he worked up there and building, cutting the 2x4s because all of them were the same thing, you know. So they were all cut.
Mhm.
Oh, that's neat. That's a lot. It's a house full.
Yes.
That's you and Grandpa. It's a lot. In this house, that is it.
Didn't seem like
It
that big,
didn't
did it?
seem like it.
Didn't it?
No.
Everybody had that. It seems like
Well, it's
that
probably
many
because
children.
everybody was outside playing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything in the house.
Yeah, we
We
didn't.
didn't have television or anything.
Cell phones, that was not a, you know, like,
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys
everybody.
were actually children and actually were playing like you should be.
Played
We had
outside.
friends. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there were in all of these homes. There were about that
Kids.
many children in each home.
Was this the house that everybody you wanted to play at, or no?
No, we
You
just
guys
played at
usually
different
went-
ones, didn't
We
They
went
did.
to different houses. We went to Bromberger's on the corner
And birds.
and Birds. And
2 or 3.
Lori and Kay used to torture Carol Bromberger.
Remember that one?
They would call her and tell her to come over, and then they
I
would
didn't
hide.
always know what the last thing happened. or something, but,
Should have got the meeting stick and
Oh,
swatted on it.
we had the paint stick.
The meat stick.
Yes. Yep, knew that one.
I
What?
didn't swat you a lot of times.
No, you didn't.
Threatened, but
Yeah, she would threaten. Wait till Dad gets home.
did I do that too?
Because Dad had a scary voice. He was a tough old carpenter. And then, hey, what is your earliest memory from a child? I mean,
Oh wow, that's
what are some of your earliest memories?
would have been down in Emory.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe going on the mountain in the summertime. They had to take the cattle up, the men in town. The cattle had to go up onto the mountain for the summer to feed so that they could last for the, you know, then the farmers built or raised crops to raise the hay and stuff for the rest of the year, but they went up in the summer. And so the men, what they called riders, had to ride and watch the cattle up in the mountain. They went just the big mountain back then. It would be clear in the mountains. It was in the forest.
Did you go up with them?
We'd usually go a week, just to go camp for a week.
Just in the tent, I guess, right?
Uh, in a tent, yeah.
For a week? Gosh.
That'd be rough.
That'd be pretty rough.
Well, we were outside most of the time, or sleeping in it. That's yes. We didn't make any beds in the truck or anything because they had to use the truck. But the men would go up and ride.
They took their
and
horses.
Find where the cattle were. Be sure they were in the right spots.
What'd you guys pack for food?
Mother-in-law cooked and really worked, because you couldn't just go to the store and buy everything.
Right.
So I think that was one time when we maybe got bread from the store. Otherwise, it was usually homemade bread that we had. And then we had to put everything like in going pork bottles. We'd make soups and different
In
things.
quart bottles?
Yeah,
In quart.
quart.
Oh, quart.
Quart.
Oh,
Sorry. And then we always camped by a stream, so we just set our food in the stream
To keep it cold.
to keep it cold. And
Can you imagine?
It's crazy.
that's one time we had to put canned milk on our cereal, and I don't think any of us liked it. Dad really had to work with us, to get
Does
us.
it not taste the best, or?
I don't care for canned milk at all, but I think kind of dilute it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't
But
like
we'd have
canned milk
cakes and
either.
cookies, and we'd take meats. We could cook the meats because we had an open fire. They just put a metal part to sit it over 2 rocks and put the fire under it.
Can you imagine? It'd be cool.
We thought it was great.
Was that in the summertime?
Yeah, in the summer, after school was out, and so it was nice and warm up there, and beautiful, beautiful. Cool. Well, it was even cooler than down home, for Emory, so it was nice. We look forward to those things.
Not bad.
Every year thing? For how many years?
Oh, quite a few. Let's see,
How old were you when you went up?
Mom was the oldest.
yeah, so I wouldn't have been probably in elementary school. I don't know if the whole family.
What is that like? 10? How old elementary is?
You start when
up
you're
till
5.
12, 5 to 12. Yeah.
I'm just curious for like through high school or for.
I don't.
Or was it just like
Let's
2
see.
years or 5 years or 10 years or do you remember?
I was trying to remember why they stopped doing that, but
Didn't Grandpa had cows forever? I mean,
had hot cows.
yeah. Didn't he?
Yeah,
Quite a few.
It seemed like that there was reasons the men quit going, or a lot of them moved, or people moved, because there wasn't much to do in Emory, and so a lot of the people started having to move out, go to. There's coal mines. There's several coal mines in Emory that kept quite a few busy, but there wasn't. And then if you didn't have a farm,
Because Grandpa had a farm.
anything.
Yeah, he had a farm. I remember, because even I remember as a kid, bringing the cows from the farm to the house.
About 3 miles or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far.
But yeah, we'd walk behind the cows 3 miles.
I had to guide them.
When you were a
down
kid, yeah.
Down to the farm.
Yeah, and I remember
Keep them on the road. Of course, the roads were just
dirt roads.
unpaved.
I remember we would go across the street because there was a ditch, and we would always pick asparagus for dinner. But yeah, I wouldn't eat it as a kid. I love it now.
Wouldn't eat it?
No, but it was fun to pick it.
For the rest of us.
Pick it for everybody else.
Was there something that you didn't like as a child, like some food that you were just like that your mom tried to give you, or your dad was just like, I don't do that.
I didn't ever like. Let's see. Why did we put milk on the stove curdled? Oh, I didn't like the cottage cheese too much that Mom would bake for me, because you have to put
From the milk.
from the milk, because she had to curdle it or put it on the stove to do something to it.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
But otherwise, I like most everything, and I still do.
Did you get an allowance when you were a kid?
No. The jobs were there. Everybody had to work, to make the living, it seemed like. And so, besides, I guess only thing we could spend it for would be candy, probably. There was only a couple stores in town anyway.
But my grandma could cook. Oh, she was a good cook. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used to. I remember going down to Grandma Williams' house for Thanksgiving. And she.
That chicken. We didn't ever have a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was chicken.
We always had our own chickens, so we always cooked those.
Grandma raised her own chicken.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't any turkeys down there, and it was too far to pry, 60 miles to. to
You
a
don't
big
try.
store.
Yeah.
Daddy, you didn't know the Ziploc bag.
My grandma made I have never found the recipe, but it was like a blueberry cheesecake tasting dessert that was
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I think I do.
and I have never found that recipe. It was
What was it, like a blueberry cheesecake?
yeah, kind of.
But it wouldn't have been blueberries because we didn't have any blueberries.
Well then
She must have put something else in it.
would it have been blackberries or raspberry?
Or maybe cherries or
No, it was blue.
blue.
Yeah.
Were they? I don't know where we didn't raise anything like that down there. I don't remember.
I don't know, but it was the best
It wasn't
dessert.
Grandma Taylor.
It was Grandma Williams. No, Grandma Taylor. Yeah.
She was a good cook,
Well,
wasn't she?
Grandma Taylor was a good cook, yes, but when we would go, I shouldn't even say this, but when we would go up there, she would make tuna fish on raisin bread. Blah.
Doesn't sound very good.
Oh, it was awful. And me and Luann, I remember we would go down because there was a kind of a little stream down behind her house.
Mm-hmm.
We would throw our food in there. So we wouldn't eat it.
Yeah. Oh, and Grandma was such a loving person.
She was.
But some of the things that she did
She was
kind of different.
Grandma Williams was like the best grandma ever. She was. Grandma Williams was awesome. She was the most kind, loving, everything that you would think about a grandma was my Grandma Williams. And I remember Grandpa, he would come home. And we'd always like, oh, Grandpa, do you have a nickel? Do you have a nickel so we can go to this store? And he'd be like, ho, ho, ho. My best memories, I think, were with Grandma and Grandpa Williams, and driving to Emory in the camper is when my dad liked to tell stories. Oh boy, that's when we heard about the side hill galoots, those, and
Probably things on the mountain, probably.
and the hoop snakes. Yep, I remember those two. They would, yeah. And this, I remember one time, Grandpa would tell us that there was a cowboy that would rope the moon and drag it across the sky. And one time, we were watching the moon. Well, it went behind the mountains again, and it went something. And Dad said, oh, looks like the rope broke, moon fell. And Luann cried and cried.
Why is the rope?
Yeah, because the moon dropped. And Dad used to tell us all kinds of stories driving down to, oh my goodness, driving down to Emory. That's when he told the story about the wagon getting caught in the rain.
Oh, that's...
And yeah, and so they just jumped on the horses and the leather stretched all the way home. And then in the morning when it dried up, the leather just pulled the wagon home. Yeah. And I believed it. But Dad was full of stories.
I guess I had to be.
I always remember Grandpa used to remember?
Yes.
You remember that? Always?
Yes, I do.
So you would do that.
Yep.
Oh,
He did. When we were kids, we would sit out here in the living room and we would have contests of who could pull Dad's boots off, you know. Or else we played Touch a Last. Do you remember that? Touch a Last? Go in and touch Grandpa and try to run away before he can touch your back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so we played. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you know, we had to do all kinds of things like
Touch
that.
a Last.
We couldn't watch, there wasn't any television, or so you really played with each other, or
Yeah.
talked with each other.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
a lot,
So we
got
played
to know
games
each other.
and
It's sad
A
that
little.
that's gone now with
Yeah.
kids now.
Yeah,
seems, I mean, we used to,
yeah.
oh my goodness, play and play and play. Who were your friends when you were growing up?
You have a
Well,
best friend?
when we were real small, or
When you were growing up?
well, that'd be like Clara, Peterson, Muriel, Allred, just the girls in town, or you know, that's the friends we had. That we couldn't go any further because I mean, we couldn't transportation wise. There wasn't any way to go, so you just, thank goodness you could kind of pal with those that were your age, school age,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of what each group did. Was
Was the school, was that the one in the church? Across the street from Grandma Williams?
on up there was a big school. It was a
Okay,
very big
yeah.
school,
Yeah, okay.
big schoolhouse. Well, we went there till 8th grade, and then we had to ride the bus to Fairland to high school. We didn't have junior high.
Did you remain in contact with them as you got older, or did you lose contact?
Yeah,
or-
we did for quite a few years, you know. And then each of them, we each moved. Like I moved to Salt Lake, and Clara was down in Provo, and Muriel went to stay with some of her sisters up in Oregon and Washington, or you know, away. So we kind of, as soon as you got out, you either went someplace or found something. Didn't usually stay in Emory because there just wasn't anybody much to be with her. There were people, but well, there were only 600 people in the town. And by the time I left, there was only about 300. Not that I took anything or anything, but just nothing to do till you had to get out of the town as soon as you out of school if you wanted to do or be anything.
Yeah.
So,
Did you have any of those friends up to now? Like, have you?
well, they've died. They died a few years ago, so no,
Did you
I don't.
remain in
Oh,
contact with
remember.
them until the last few years of your life, or
Yeah,
so?
somewhat. If I did the contacting, if I'd write the letters, we had to write letters. You know, we didn't have phones, so you couldn't talk to them on the phone. You just, when their birthday came, you wrote a
Wrote a letter.
or else you wrote whatever time, whenever you wanted. But just not as easy to communicate.
What was your favorite thing to do for fun?
Well, I love to play tennis.
Did you?
Tennis, huh?
We had I don't know how it came to be, but there was a tennis court back of our elementary school, or back there. And let's see, where did I get a tennis racket? I don't know. We really go over to the tennis court any time and play, and usually there was people or kids over there playing, and they enjoyed it. It was a big enough spot that they had a baseball field out, a softball field out the side of it, and we played softball a lot too.
Were you any good at tennis?
My Clara and I, when we went to high school, we went for our high school into the county. We played the county schools, and yeah, we won.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty
We
neat.
still got a tennis racket in there, I think. And they were expensive, or you know, it really cost mom and dad a bit to try to buy a tennis racket. But you know, we just batted the ball back and forth. We're not professional like they are today, which they do much more. But we didn't. Nobody even showed us how. You just went up there and you batted the ball back and forth across the.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Didn't you and Dad enjoyed bowling for a lot of years?
Our ward had a bowling team, and it wasn't all our ward. It was other people on their friends too, I guess. But yeah, was it 12 years? That was the time he was working out in Wendover. So he worked it out. He was manager, construction superintendent of a couple of the casinos out there. What was the name of them?
One was a Red Garter.
No.
Was it? The Red Garter, the Pepper Mill.
Anyway, he'd go out Sunday night or early Monday morning. They'd go to work, and then they'd work 10 hours a day and get off on Thursday early enough to get home, because we didn't start until 9 o'clock at night. Was it 9?
I thought it was 7.
Okay, maybe 7.
Yeah.
It was later.
Yeah.
So that he was able to play it. They didn't do it for him, but it just happened that he loved to play bowl. And so we bowled for a lot of years, enjoyed.
And he did we had the horses, and he liked the horse shows. We used to go to horse shows.
Who fed the horses each week? Did we? Or
yeah.
Did we get down and throw some hay to him?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did haul hay for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or Gail was there. It was.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, let's see. No, he didn't. Gail didn't live.
But wasn't he living down there at the time? And he may have fed him in the morning.
Down there, he had horses there because he was half his. So
yeah.
Maybe he did that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But always had horses. Always from the time I was a little kid. In fact, I guess it's kind of where Smith's and that Assembly of God Church was a big orchard, apple orchard, and we rented property there for the first horses that we had. You remember Becky? And Becky was a horse. But that's the first horse that Dad would put me and Luann and Laura Lann on the back of Becky, and she was just she would just walk around. And
was that in the apple or the orchard? There was an orchard there.
Yeah, there was an orchard there, so we obviously played in the orchard. And there were rabbits and pheasants. Yeah. So we grew up eating apples from the trees, and, it was great. And then that's before there was an alfalfa field there too, behind it, that they would get the hay from, where they would get the hay. They'd have to go and bale the hay. Yeah. And then that got sold, and that's, Smith's, Home Depot, all that, yeah. And that's when they found the property down on 6200 South. My dad and Gail Cyril. There was 5 acres, and they each got 2.5 acres. And they built the barn.
Right in the middle of that.
Right down the middle of it, so they each had a side.
So they had a petition between the two. I got thinking, I don't think they ever quarreled or had any problems.
Nope.
Gail
No, I can tell you, I remember riding around in that arena. The horse was trotting, and then started to gallop, and I fell off. And I remember my dad coming up and picking me up and brushing me off, and I was scared and didn't want to get back on the horse. And he said, "No, you're getting back up there. You don't fall off, and you always get up and dust yourself off and get back on." He never let me be afraid, And I think that's why now, for my whole life, when I said I would do something, I generally did it, because your word, if you don't keep your word, if you don't have your word, you don't have anything, And I think that's a lesson that my mom and dad taught me. Just how important, if you say you're going to do something, do it, and if you can't, then, yeah. But if you can't, you don't just leave somebody hanging, That was always kind of how we were raised, huh? Even you. What was school like for you as a child?
I loved it. I loved school. I do to this day. I love all of the kids going to school, walking to school with you the first day of each year.
Mm-hmm.
You usually walked yourself. I guess you walked all the time, didn't
you? Mm-hmm. Yep. We walked to, first, huh?
Snow or shine?
Yeah. Yeah, uphill both ways in the snow. We did. If it was really bad, you would drive us, but most of the time we walked,
It's just 2 blocks.
Well, yeah. And you walked to school too, didn't you?
Yeah, I often walked too.
Did you have a favorite subject in school, or did you like one over the other?
I kind of liked math.
Did you?
I was good at it.
But we didn't have a chance to go on much farther. Well, I guess in high school, there algebra. I don't remember. We didn't get to choose subjects. There were just certain subjects that if you're 8th grader, you took the subjects that were there. That's what you had.
Reading, writing, arithmetic. Did you participate in activities or sports? Well, yeah, you played tennis.
And in the band, I carried the flag. So I remember here in Salt Lake when high school came to Salt Lake to be in the 24th grade band. And that's when I carried the flag, the first thing, and then. I wasn't very good in music, and we really, money-wise, I guess, just didn't have the money to pay for instruments. I don't have much tuning me today, so I guess I didn't learn much.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so
I don't have much music.
Do you remember any fads from your youth? Popular hairstyles or clothing?
You remember like the popular kids in school or anything? Or was there? Or?
Yeah, there was just a few, 2 or 3, or I don't know. Oftentimes it was the boys that played in basketball or
played sports, typical.
But I played softball though with the girls team. I was on the girls team, third base in high school.
Yeah, but I mean, fads. Was there?
I know.
What popular clothes? I mean,
Was there like anything that people wanted that was like a cool thing?
Yeah. You know, not really. I just don't remember anybody very fatty. It just doesn't seem like we had fads as much anyway, I guess.
Well, everybody wore dresses, the girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't get to. Only time we could wear some jeans was on one day over at the school. We had to clean the school grounds, and so we got to wear some jeans. The girls.
That was the only day.
Mm-hmm.
Wore dresses every other day.
You had to wear dresses every day, or you just?
It was just the style. I mean, that's
Just
all we
everyone
knew. Yeah, that's all we knew. So we had one pair of jeans. Sometimes they were bibbo overalls.
Oh yeah.
When we went camping in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd
They were farmers. Of course, they had bibs.
I guess we must have had some when we helped haul the hay because we had to trump the hay, so we had to go down with the horse and wagon, and we'd get on the hay wagon, and Dad and he usually had to hire some other person older, or like him, older, to throw the hay on one side and the other as you went down the field. You had to guide the horses and stop and start them, turn them when they got to the bottom of the field, and come back, and the men would throw the hay on, and you'd have to kind of move it or tromp it.
Stomp it down.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we had to do as much when it was baled because we couldn't lift it anyway.
Yeah.
But that was just at the very end of our schooling, I think. I mean, of my time down there, they soon as they could, they got a baler, and then they'd have tracks if you had a track, and you'd have somebody with. Dad had to pay. Called them the old batches, the men that had never married that lived down there, and they'd go out and help on the farmers on the farms.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd have to have for dinner when they did that.
Or you'd have to feed them.
Yeah, we had to feed them dinner.
What world events had the most impact on you?
Sure, it had to be some of the wars like World War II.
That had to be scary.
It was. Remember the day it ended, we all got in cars and ran around honking.
Really?
Parents that I don't think, I wasn't even driving at that time, I don't think.
The day that it ended, everybody did?
A lot of them, yeah, around the areas. Mm-hmm. Let's go honking. That was December the 12th. Was that when the Japanese
or was it December 5th?
World War II. Well, it had to be.
Would have been
German. When was the German one?
Was it the 12th? Yeah.
One of them was the 12th. I don't know if it was December.
Yeah.
Another one was in August, though, I think.
August, the nuclear, it was on August 6th, actually, is when the bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. I remember it was my birthday. I mean, way before my birthday, but yeah. And it's also Lucille Ball's birthday. So, yeah, I remember. I think,
yeah, we had shows down home, picture shows, movies in our church. They built a room just above the front door where the projector, then they could walk up. Somebody had to carry it up and run it. But,
do you still have your old projector? You had for years when we used to watch
If we got it to the closet, I don't know.
I think we're still
But,
out one.
they would send a film down. I don't know wherever the church got it or got them. Would have it sent down on the mail truck because we had a mail truck brought our mail down to Emory all the years. You know, somebody had to, I guess. But it came down there, and somebody would pick up the films and then bring it up there, and they knew how to run the projector, and so we'd get the films like for the war as it was going on. That was part of our, before the main film came on, they had films about the army or the whatever was going on
Just to, like, keep
around.
people in the loop.
I guess it was called news. The news. I guess that was
Yeah.
we had the news, and sometimes we'd have the cartoon and then the main film. And it ran
The old Mickey Mouse,
2
black
days.
and white.
Let's see. Wednesday was one day. Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, they ran it 2 days, and I know that we would buy tickets. They'd buy family tickets. And your whole family could go for a month, or I don't know how. Somebody would sit there just inside the door and take your money if you didn't have a family ticket. And so we were kept informed that way, you know, to things.
Didn't you listen to the radio too?
Yeah, we did.
It's
It's like kind of as a family, especially when the wars were on, then we, sit around as a family and listen to you. There wasn't wars all the time, but I remember there wasn't one time.
yeah.
I don't know. We didn't. Did you always have television? Did we always have television?
Yeah.
I don't think we got it until we got it out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's
I remember when, we'd watch, I remember coming home from school to watch Gilligan's Island, and, I loved the Brady Bunch, and, My Three Sons, and, let's see, what else do I remember? Buffy and Jody, A Family Affair. Do you remember that one? Brian Keith had the two little kids, Buffy and Jody.
Oh.
And they had the butler, the butler. But yeah.
Saturday they had more cartoons.
Cartoons. We'd have our Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah. Mom,
Good.
how would you like to be remembered?
Oh, I don't know. I think as someone who loved other people or was happy. Always, I don't know.
Do you know, so many of my friends absolutely love you. Say that you are so kind and just,
Let's go to my mom.
yeah. I think that's something that you'll be remembered. So many people love you. You may have outlived most of them, but
Well, I enjoyed life. I mean, I have not been down. We've had enough to keep us happy money-wise. It seemed like all through life, we haven't really had to struggle terribly.
no,
Like lots of people have. So we've been blessed in that way. That
yeah.
God saw to it that we had the money to.
What will you always remember about your grandma?
Just always caring for all of us. And,
The cookies.
Yes, the cookies.
DJ has better cookies than both of us.
Good, yeah.
Just always caring for
Well,
all of us.
I think a picture that I just love to look at.
The cookies.
You and I, when you got
DJ
your
does better
certificate
cookies than both of us.
after the school.
The police academy, probably.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
know
the
that.
picture that I
Just
That was
So
so
special.
you and I when you got your
I think
certificate.
it's on that counter.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody.
It is. You know, I'm so grateful that you helped get it to the academy.
Well,
I wouldn't have basically anything.
Oh,
at least
I
at
wouldn't have been able to
the,
start my career. That's for
at the
sure.
time you wouldn't be knowing what you were going to do. Well, you know, when you feel like you can help somebody and then they just pay you right back as soon as they get going.
and you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
made sure. Yeah.
He did, really did. It's been a good life. Can't complain, really.
Well, we'll keep you around a while longer.
Well, we haven't had any. Yeah, we haven't had any serious things happen in our family, have we? Or not really serious. Can you think of something?
Grandpa getting cancer.
That was ugly.
We just had to skim through that, and
But,
just always,
you know,
always remember that doctor saying, "Enjoy the holidays coming because you won't see them again."
Is that what he said? Like the last year?
Well, we went in.
he was
had been
diagnosed
sick
the
for
28th of August, 98.
Okay.
Yeah, and he died January 11th of 99. Pan- yes,
No,
it was
pancreatic.
pancreatic.
It was pancreas. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's quick.
yeah,
So
it is.
Was he pretty healthy up to then?
I think so.
There was no signs of it, or was there? Or was he?
Well, for about a year and a half, we'd keep going to the doctor
Oh,
because something different would be hurting
yes.
someplace,
Yeah.
you know. And I remember finally the doctor one day, I thought he kind of was mean for a minute, but then I could understand him. Was that we went in because his hip hurt so bad or something. Well, Don was one that would go to the doctors, but these apparently he had been getting really
Pain.
worn out from being sick. But and when the doctor looked at it, he said, "Last time you came in, it was the other side of your body, or he says, tell me what I can do for you." He said, "I don't know what to do for you." He had been
So many.
everything. Heart thing. We had to wear that heart thing. We had to take the running for your heart, and see how.
Yeah, heart
And
function.
they had to wear the heart thing for a while, and just everything the doctor kept trying to, because every time we go, it'd
Be something else.
or else I just remember him walking in the door and falling right down there by the television, just out for a few minutes, just a couple minutes or something. And then he'd get up and go again. Finally, we get so that
He got
we'd
lightheaded.
go to at night. It happened at night. He'd fall or pass out at night. And we'd run him over to the hospital, I guess as soon as he woke up. They never could find anything wrong with him. They'd check him out and they said, "We can't find a thing wrong with him. Take him back at home," And so it just got so far that I guess that doctor, didn't know what to do. And I don't know if how did he go? Anyway, we went into another doctor. I don't know just how we finally, the one time we went in at night, there was another doctor in there that had either been there when we went before or knew something anyway, was more knowledgeable. Anyway, he said, "I think you need to get another appointment with this doctor." What's his name?
I don't remember anyway. He was over there at the hospital. And so we went the next day, and I think didn't all of us go, or quite a few went that day to
I
when he
wasn't.
was. Oh, you weren't here.
No.
Anyway, it seemed like several of the kids, we all, went over and sat in the waiting room to find out. And when he came out, he said he's got cancer, but there's nothing that's so far along we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But he sent us up to another one, and this other one is the one that when he diagnosed. And I guess they had taken films all around in his body or on his body of what could maybe be, except they never had to quite get
The pancreas.
the pancreas. They'd around it, but never on it
Where the cancer was.
Yeah, right. Or I guess it's a place that they hadn't.
How did Grandpa take the news?
Kind of just all solemn and everything. I don't know. We just buckled up, but I know he was building the fence around the yard, cutting it and painting it and all that. It seemed like you kids came out to help. Mm-hmm.
We wanted to finish the fence.
But yet, he had one of those spells on our way down to Arizona. When we were bringing that furniture.
When we're bringing it back.
He never did pass. He didn't pass out. He just felt something change, or he felt the same thing. I guess he'd felt for quite a while. That would just kind of come and then go or something. But they said that kind of cancer takes on other cancers. What do you call it?
Symptoms.
Yeah.
Mimics
other, like it was another thing.
Interesting.
And but yeah, that was kind of sobering.
Yeah.
'Cause let's see, he was working in the temple at the time we were. And I know that a couple times he got kind of lightheaded or what, and he'd end up downstairs sitting waiting for me. He couldn't finish his time there. And
I was down.
He could drive home.
That's when I was living down in Arizona.
Drove clear down to Arizona. Well, that was though when we stopped, we had to stop. It's the desert out there, and we got to that, and he said, "I don't feel very good." He said, "Got to stop." And I said, and he said, "You're going to have to drive."
It was the trailer.
No,
Mom.
A little trailer, and it was. I didn't drive very much at all, and so we sat there a little while.
A camper trailer?
No, a trailer full of furniture.
Okay.
So one of those that you can rent, a little trailer.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Mm-hmm. And finally, I know I said, if I have to drive, we got to go now. Because it's getting kind of dark, and we have to go up over Flagstaff, or had to go up to Flagstaff and then down to Arizona. And snow started to snow. No, it wasn't automatic. It was that truck that we still Wayne still got.
Yeah, it was that one.
And by the time we got up to Flagstaff, it had snowed a foot there, but there wasn't hardly any traffic on for that length of time because they'd stopped the cars in Flagstaff, most of them, so they couldn't come through. And told them not to come through. And when we got up there, I guess we needed gas by then.
Mm-hmm.
I says, I can't drive any longer or something. I had it, and so we decided we'd find a little place to stay, a motel or something. So I remember asking the people in the little service station, and they said, right over there is one. But he said, you better go. I think it's filling. By the time we got over, it was just about filled with people that were coming either way,
Yeah.
and they'd been told to stop.
Whose furniture was it?
Mine.
Was it yours to move back here?
No, to move down there.
To move down there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I was there for a year, almost a year, and then Dad got sick, and Tom had said, Renee, you've got to go. You got to go home. You got to go back and take care of your parents. And that's when I moved back.
I remember he was just a little kid.
Uh-huh.
And I remember him when we walked in the house, you know, with the furniture, or that you were sitting upon that stairway or something. I don't know where, just where you...
It was the one where you threw a ball at Tom and he, yeah.
Was this in Arizona?
Yeah. Yeah. There was two levels.
And I think we just got the furniture out and left.
Yeah,
later
pretty much.
that day. I don't know just why.
You didn't stay?
Mm-mm.
Just dropped it and left? Huh?
Just dropped the stuff and
Wow.
I'll sit around and I guess and visited.
Yeah, for
Did, or did we maybe go and stay overnight in a motel?
I think you might have stayed overnight in a motel.
Maybe so, and then started.
Yeah.
You didn't have any rooms for us to
Yeah.
stay anyway.
Yeah, it was a small apartment. And yeah, in Glendale. Yeah. Off of what was that road? Huh?
908.
No.
Remember that one?
Oh yes. Yes, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that. On a lane.
I don't know why it was built like that.
I don't either, but it was.
Built on hills just like that. It was a road that was paved, and it was just
But we had a good time on it.
They did it because
I, yeah, but it was fun.
yeah, it was fun.
You couldn't go very fast then, could you? I mean,
No,
No, but it was just
Maybe that was-
hilly.
it was
Yeah.
We always took it though for fun.
just because we could. Yeah. We used to do a lot of stuff down there. We used to go through Sherwood Forest to get to the grocery store. Remember that? We'd go walk. Well, we'd walk to Fry's. But yeah, it was just through the neighborhood, but there was a parkway that we would walk to get to the store, and we always called it the forest, Sherwood Forest. And like there's a Sherwood Forest in Arizona. It was all cactus.
Then you'd have to carry your groceries home, huh? So you need somebody to with you, huh?
Yeah, the kids would play. The trees were not very big, and the bushes. There was the porch lock. The pink flowers. Remember the bush with the pink flowers, and there was. Yeah, you were a little kid.
It's funny what different things that you stick out that you remember and somebody else doesn't.
I remember how the jasmine smelled. Because they would plant jasmine around the hot tub at the pool. Sit and smell the jasmine in the porch lock. I do remember that. Remember the bugs, those bugs that would just go zzz. Yeah.
They didn't bite them.
No, they were just noisy. Yeah. We all used to go to the pool.
They sounded like power lines.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did.
Oh,
Yeah, and it would just,
kind of a hum.
Not like a hum, it was noisy.
it was more.
Huh.
Yep. Do you remember? Do you remember the lizard chasing lizards? Oh, and the toads. or the big one you guys found in the hot tub? It was huge. It was huge. I mean, it was.
Huge.
I mean,
I think it was more like that. It was huge.
it was. I've never seen something so big. Yeah, they picked it up. Look. Oh, you boys. They were always suntan. Always. Always.
I love the heat, I think. Grew up there.
Yeah.
Used to it.
His brothers would try to take off before him. And I remember one time he went over to the house naked. You ran outside after him. I was like, oh, DJ. Running down the street naked. It's like, no, come back here. Dustin and Dan were trying to, leave their little brother.
Bullies is what they were.
They were funny. I love you, Mom.
You too, huh?